Yes Soldier by the United States Marine Band.
I think we're live. I think we're live.
Hey! Yeah! Awesome, right? Spit a Swab Beer Review. I am Jammer. That's right. Jammer's in the house. That guy that's... It's freeze frame. Freeze frame. Freeze frame. Freeze frame. It's Shag Dog. Yeah, he died again. He'll come back to life. Don't worry. All right, so I'm doing Eredita's TSOSBR, dry hopped with Mittelthru. It says right here, ingredients, which is a very exciting and unusual thing for it to be on the beer container. Water, barley, German hops, and yeast. TSOSBR, dry hop with Mittelthru, is a take on German's beloved style served annually during Bavarian's multi-week Oktoberfest. We condition a fraction of the TSOSBR atop our favorite noble hop, Hallertau Mittelthru. We are excited to brew this beer, and we are even more excited to share it with you this fest season. Fresh, clean, bright. Prosit! And it says right here, Eredita is an Italian translation of the word legacy. Coming from the Italian-American family, honoring our heritage is as much as important about the past as is future. Eredita is the actualization of teachings instilled within us through the life experiences and self-cultivation, and most importantly, the values bestowed upon us by our family and friends. Embrace the past, transform the future. Papalo. Yes, Shag Dog.
Shouldn't have played that intro. That really kicked me out.
I don't know why. Okay. Man, I don't understand why it's so much trouble. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and jump into this while we're waiting on him to get in here. Let's just try this. It is a cloudy, light yellow, cloudy beer. It's like an egg white head, and it's kind of frothy, kind of like meringue. You know, it's kind of frothy, and you touch it, it kind of dissipates and so forth. Same thing with meringue in a way or two. Anyway, let's give it a sniff. Man, that's got some, man, that actually has some, almost, what, subtle undertones of, like, toffee, fuller hops.
Can you hear me now?
Almost like diacetyl. Yes, I can hear you, Shag Dog.
You know,
Shag Dog.
Everything was good until you played that intro. Then I still saw you. I didn't see the intro. I saw you moving around. Then I didn't even hear the intro until the end, and then I got kicked out.
Oh, wow. Well, things happen.
I'm doing Heavy Seas Oktoberfest.
He's finally doing Heavy Seas. Go ahead and open her up and give us at least a glimpse into the future of Heavy Seas there, buddy. Because if you don't, this video will be a waste.
Heavy Seas for a week now. Heavy Seas, Beer Advocate 86, 5.4% ABV mark. It's an old beer. It's over a year old. Hopefully it's good still.
Yeah.
That looks good.
My beer is from by 12% of North Haven, Connecticut for Eredita Beer Limited. 4.8% ABV. Gets an 88 on the BA.
WC's Oktoberfest up there. I've done a couple beers by these guys. They're all right.
Shag Dog, this is the funny part, right? Uh, it, this says a Vesbier, right? Festbier, and then a Weizenbier, right? You there?
That's right. It's not
All
a
right,
wheat
so
beer. It's spelled different than the wheat beer style.
yeah,
Wheat beers spell something else.
yeah. You saw this before, huh?
What's that?
It says this Weizen, and you might see the style referred to as Weizenbier, Weizen, or Weizen. The latter is locals in Munich call based on Theater of Ice, which is the Meadow Fairgrounds where it's hosted. This is not to be confused with Weissbier or Weibier or Weizenbier, which is wheat beer. This beer, huh?
That one.
That's a golden beer export, slightly stronger than malt beer and maltier Hell's Lager. All right, there you go. Let's go ahead and get to your beer because you fought hard and bravely and valiantly to be on this beer review.
No audio.
I got you now.
Yeah, I'm gonna dump this down the drain. It's over a year old and it smells horrible.
So this video was never meant to be.
Yes, because I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a Fest beer by Sierra Nevada. Hopefully, I don't log off between now and then.
That's the crazy part about it. He fought so hard to get that Heavy Seas beer up there, and to try it and do a review for it, and just to find out that it's out of date and it's bad. It's terrible. I should have forced him to drink it. Terrible. Terrible, I say. Terrible! Anyway, this beer right here that I'm tasting. It is a very light, kind of refreshing. Got a nice tartness to it, bitterness to it. It's very light in flavor. Kind of a diacetyl there, but it's not as buttery or like a typical diacetyl you would get, and so forth. But in general, it tastes all right. It's just not something that I would have. It's got the biscuit flavor. It's got the it's got the bitterness there, and the spice kind of lingering there. And it's kind of just a beer that's it's got the maltiness in there, but it's just not something. It's almost got like a grapefruit or a piney flavor. Not something that I particularly enjoy, but I would give this beer a C plus and a Swarter because it's easy to drink. Go for it, Shag Dog.
Hey, I'm not gonna try it. I would never do this crap to my phone ever again. I don't know how Jammer Fan does it. It's horrible. And
Well, if you notice, Jammer Fan goes in and out just like you.
I'm not talking about my bad connection. I'm talking.
Oh, we
about
got some comments here. Oh, wow. The junk beer. Yeah, and then we got another comment here. Y'all coming in loud and clear over here in Augusta. Okay. And then we got PA Brew News again. Heavy Seas went to shit. They're a horrible brewery now. And you just experienced it, Shag Dog.
Down the drain too, and it had chunks in it, like white stuff. So
no, I should have forced you to drink it.
You can see the price on there. I don't know if you can read that, but $2.99 still they discounted. But what was it before? $4.99? I don't know.
I should have forced you to drink it. I like how you're hesitant and pausing in the thought about it. You know?
Yeah, I'll never do a beer review on the phone again. What quality? The picture
Well, it
doesn't look
happens.
to me. I don't know how it looks out there in YouTube land or Facebook land. But
For me, right now, you're fine. It's just your audio, not lags, but comes and goes. You know, one moment you'd be talking, right now, you're talking and can't hear you.
oh, okay.
Now I heard you.
Oh. So I gotta wait until you're completely done talking.
I guess so. Yeah.
But I like to talk over you.
I know. I love this. It actually mutes you, basically. It's nice.
Yeah, what a horrible experience this was. This is the way this week has been going. It's been heavy seas all week long.
More than heavy seas, it's been like heavy seas is nothing in comparison. All I know is if you were out on the sea and having to endure that, right?
She was on a cruise during that whole thing, but they went around it somehow or whatever. But she was still out there until I think today or yesterday she came back finally.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Who was that?
Some girl I know from Pennsylvania, but she lives down in the Brandon area.
It's terrible.
Tried to hook up with her a couple years ago. We had a nice long chat for about 5 hours, and then never talked again. 5-hour test.
You need to give her the dongle. You deserve this. I love that video of you. Yeah. That's one of my favorite Shag Dog videos. You know that? Your, what was it? Positive affirmations or something?
Malt liquor
Malt
affirmation.
liquor affirmations, yeah.
Yeah, yours was deep malt liquor thoughts, I think.
Malt liquor thoughts, yeah.
Something like that. And then I did that the other day. What you did in the video, where you malt liquor, you put it in your finger and makes you smell better. Well, the other day I was at work and something was busted in the box. I think it was some type of, I don't know what the hell it was. It was some type of juice, or I wasn't working juice. Where the hell was I working? It was something that smelled fruity. And I was like, oh.
So you want to attract more fruits, huh?
Some soap. Well, I was working over in the soap area. So, yeah, I was like, oh, liquid soap, yeah. Like, I did that in front of somebody. They're like, what do you do? I was, oh, one of my friends did that one time. We did a beer review and we did it with some malt liquor.
This one right here was hard to find anything on the internet because they constantly want to spell it with a U, Erudita, and it's Eredita.
What's that spell?
Eredita.
No. How do you pronounce it?
I pronounce it Eredita, but who knows? Who cares? You make a name for a beer like this that nobody can pronounce, then you deserve to be abused and ridiculed and bent over.
Let's see. Beta. Yeah.
Navada.
Actually, after I said it, that sounds familiar. No, it's the Beta.
Sierra Nevada.
Navada. The Beta.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't been watching a lot of news because we get local news and they're not even showing a lot on there. We're in a disaster area of local news. Anyhow, figured they'd be on there 24/7, at least throwing stuff, But North Carolina, Tennessee area. And I heard at one point, I heard there's thousands missing. Then I heard 800. Then they said hundreds. I don't know how many is missing. Floodwater.
Well, I do know this. Our governor here in Florida is wanting to, send help to North Carolina.
Send some help over here.
And what gets me about that is that, what are you trying to do? Ensure your run for presidency whenever you decide to run? You can say, well, I cared so much that I helped North Carolina during the hurricane.
No, I think we've done that before in Florida. Even when Rick Scott was in there, Texas got one of those bad.
I know. We all help each other to that degree. Let me tell you something about our governor. This is how freaking intelligent our governor is, all right? Our governor is using radioactive material to build roads. That was the first thing that pissed me off whenever he tried to get that. I don't know if it passed or not, but he was pushing for that, right? The second thing he was pushing for before a whistleblower came out and ruined it for him was, let's put golf courses in the state parks. We'll put golf courses, and that's the way the state parks will get money from that.
I heard something about that today. Like Pasco County and some other two counties, they're doing a three-way trade had to get a golf course in a state park. So, but that's probably state government's behind that, huh?
And he pushed for that, and a whistleblower brought it out, and they decided not to go with that.
But
I don't know, but
I think they're doing a back way around it. They're getting with the county and say, all right, you do this, you finagle with each other and get it done, because that's what I saw today.
I wouldn't be surprised, because it's so stupid. All right, one, you talk about all the fertilizer and everything to make that golf course green and pretty and all that stuff that's going to take. Then on top of that, when I go to the golf course, I'm going to see nature. Not golf course, but when I'm going to the park, I'm going to see nature. I want to be inside nature. I want to be enveloped by nature. I want to enjoy it. And then you have golf courses. All that's going to come is a bunch of freaking well-to-do, holier than thou type people would be going out to the golf course, and not to mention the golf balls, the lost golf balls, and all the stuff affecting nature and everything. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's just a little of the taste of it. And then people just going to the golf course, going to that park for that golf course. It makes no sense. It's just stupid. Leave the parks alone. Let it be nature and the beauty of nature.
Yeah, not even the well-to-do people either. Husbands who really shouldn't be going golf because they can't afford it, because they got a family to take care of, and they're making, 30, 40, 50,000 a year. But they're going golfing all the time, wasting money. Take care of the kids.
I just, in general, the governor, he's got somebody, some handlers or somebody pushing him to do this and that. And stupid stuff. The radioactive roads. You use this material that's radioactive on the roads, right? All right, so what happens when the roads deteriorate, like, say, when the hurricane came through and damaged the roads in Howard Franklin and every other road that's been there, all that stuff that they would have used it on? All that material, where did it go? It went out into nature, didn't it? It went out into the world. You couldn't contain it in one spot.
Where did it come from? Radioactive material they're going to use.
I don't know. They were wanting to use this radioactive material inside the roads to build the roads because it was supposed to be cheap and everything like that. And then on top of that, what if you're in an accident and you end up getting ejected from your car or knocked off your bike and you scrape yourself across that, you get some road rash? How's that going to affect you? You got radioactive material embedded into your body.
Yeah, I haven't seen any videos on this one. I'd like to see if the guy can link it.
This is the crazy stuff that I'm hearing, the stuff that I'm seeing from our freaking governor. I used to like him, but he really pissed me off when he said, hey, everybody, come to Florida. We got no taxes. Well, a lot of people who came to Florida with that idea that they weren't going to be paying taxes realized they're going to be paying some taxes.
Insurance and property, yeah.
Yeah. And they're leaving. A lot of them are leaving, but
Yeah.
there's too many coming in.
Right. Yeah, because they did say the 1 year, not the past 2 years, but the 1 year, I think maybe it was 2022. More, only by a couple hundred, but more Floridians left than what they got in. So even though they got like, yeah, whatever it was, 40, 50,000, 100,000, a
And
little
I'm
bit more.
personally, yeah, and I'm personally hoping that this hurricane deters them from coming.
It usually does, but it wasn't bad enough because it was in the Panhandle. If they get something in Miami, Tampa,
The thing about it is, Horseshoe Key and all Anna Marie, Longboat, all these areas up and down the East Coast were blatantly almost destroyed completely. I mean, and you talk about a snow in, we had a sand in on those barrier islands. Sand covering all the cars and everything, 20 feet high.
You need to get it a little bit inland where, I hate to say that, but all the communities where people are moving to. I mean, some are moving there, but you got to be the ritzies to get by the coastline, right?
But also, a lot of the flooding, I think, was caused by these new developments being produced, housing developments and stuff. Because these new housing developments come in, they build up the land, which is just basically swampland, wetland, and they build up the land, and then all of a sudden now they're higher than the regular land, and it's flowing off into that, which is affecting these other communities that never been affected for the past 20 or 30 years until this housing development got okayed by our wonderfully intelligent county commissioners, state commissioners, and all them others that should be voted out and basically hung.
All politicians are in it for the money. Their wages aren't that high, but they come out there as millionaires.
Yeah, that right there just proves that they weren't doing things for the best interest of the people. They were doing for the best interest of themselves. Because anybody who goes into politics that doesn't come out poorer than what they went in is basically manipulating the system for their own gain.
The same as you were before, and just taking your paycheck. Yeah. But I'm no George Washington, but I think we might need a revolution.
I agree with the Shag Dog. There needs to be. Let me put it like this: we've been getting crumbs from the king's table for quite a long time now, and I think it comes time for the peasants to rise up and basically overthrow these individuals in power. Basically, remove them, hang them, behead them, destroy them. Whatever means possible.
Our government meant well when they first started back then, but there were certain people in that government all the way back to 1776 that knew the ins and outs of how to manipulate the system and get richer. And so it started, even though they're fighting to get rid of England for taxes and stuff, they took over the new kings of America, basically.
Oh, yeah, the whole system is set up like the feudal system, Feudal.
He is a great king like Palpatine.
Mm-hmm. I don't get it. We used to be very aware and everything. Used to be so intelligent that when a politician lied, people called them out on it. Wouldn't let them live it down. However, now we just go in stride. They basically say, yeah, I said that. What are you going to do? And we still just go ahead. I want them to be president. I want them to do this. I can't. I'm going to vote for this person because of their sex, or I'm going to vote for this person because of their color. It's just stupid.
Did you watch the vice president debate last night?
I saw a few things on it.
I mean, that J.D. Vance, he comes off as very presidential to me, actually.
Oh yeah, I mean he's very intelligent in the sense of and well spoken.
poor family, a drug addicted mother, and then his grandmother taking care of him. I mean, of course, he went to the Marines, went to college, made himself. I'm sure someone actually came across him at some point. Wow, this is a very articulate, intelligent person. Let me see if I can push him or took him under their wing or whatever, you know.
Let me put it this way. Anna Nicole Smith, right?
Mhm.
Without the billionaire's help, that billionaire guy that she was dating and married,
Right.
without his help, would have never became a model, would have never became a person in
Well, she did
film.
Playboy before she met him, but she might
No,
not.
she was seeing him during that time even.
But I thought it was he met her. Well, she. Oh, that's right. Because she was at the strip club still,
Yeah.
and he was her number one fan. But I can't remember. She supposedly wanted Kate Marriage. She did Playboy. He probably helped her get the Playboy gig and
What
stuff.
she said is that she wanted to make it on her own, so that
Right.
no guy would be over
But
her.
you know, he
But
probably
the
helped
fact
her a bunch.
but the fact is, his money opened doors for her, allowed her to be able to live without getting paid.
Because if you look at her back then, she wasn't that good. All
No,
the
I
manipulations.
mean, she wasn't horrible looking
Right.
back whenever she first started. She was much lighter than what she first started.
But she started getting more voluptuous, probably a little implants and tuck, nip and tuck. You know.
But in general, when she first, what I'm getting at is that money bought her way in and got her to be mired and got her the gigs that most people would have died for.
That's where I didn't know she was in play. I didn't know who she was till I heard some young girls marrying a old ass millionaire that's like 90 years old or whatever it was. Yeah.
So what I'm getting at with politics, nothing happens by chance. Everything is planned. And whatever money's there is going to buy their way to whatever direction they want to go. It proves to me that if you wanted to become a star today, if you had enough money to push Shagdog to be this big star, whether it's karaoke star, internet star, or actually going into the movies and comedy and stuff, all you need is enough money to support you and to buy you the doors to open. Once
I
the
think
doors open, then you would come out there and people would fall in love with you because of your personality to a degree. And some of that would be organic, but the majority of it will be superficial, bought, paid for.
I think if someone out there sees this right now, I think I could play a great part to Nicolas Cage. Maybe I could play his brother, or maybe even Steve Buscemi because I got fucked up teeth like he used to have.
Well, the latest thing I got was somebody said I look like. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Keanu Reeves, was it?
No, that was in my younger days.
I used to get
Oh,
Nicolas Cage in my younger days. Yeah.
let me tell you who. Uh, Hiroyuki Sanada. You know who him?
That Japanese guy? Yeah, you do look like him a little bit, huh? Especially when you get drunk. Eyes get a little slanty. Yeah, we got a new comment, Jammer. I don't know who that is. I can't read it. I think P.A. Brutus might have had another one, too.
Nate Dizzle 77 says maybe a PA brew, but Heavy C's Greater Pumpkin is good. Had one a week ago and liked it.
Oh, yeah, he was talking to P.A. Brutus, because P.A. Brutus says Heavy Seas, now a
Yeah.
horrible brewery. Yeah, I've had some Heavy Seas before, but this one's like old.
Yeah, I mean, and granted, some of these breweries have been bought and basically become a shell of what they were.
Yeah.
I mean, Goose Island used to be pretty decent, and then all of a sudden, Anheuser-Busch bought them.
What happened to Duck Rabbit or Rabbit Duck?
That's Goose Island.
I thought they were two different companies. Rabbit duck. Duck rabbit.
Well, maybe. Well, come to think of it, you're probably right. I can't remember.
But I think they got bought out by somebody too.
Yeah, they all the big breweries try to buy them out and try to win over but they cheapen it up. They
Keep
cheapen it up.
Wipe them out.
Yeah. No, no, no. You don't want that wonderful flavor and that craft type taste. We're going to
Right.
give you this mass produced, crappy ass
They,
GMO type flavor.
yeah,
You know?
or decrease their production and their distribution.
Yeah. We're going to cause you to be forced to like this.
Hey, Jeff, we got to figure out. There's a new thing here on StreamYard. You can continue the same link. So you start a new video, but using the same link, so nobody has to leave. There's something I haven't figured out yet, though. But
Oh, wow. You're going to have to research that once you get your internet back up and running.
Something else new. I got a notification the other day, or when I went online the other day. It's something else they said that you could do.
Finally had a good Oktoberfest beer. Tried the Pipeworks Oktoberfest beer if you can get it.
I haven't had Pipeworks. And
Pipeworks.
I go to have Pipeworks, but I didn't see the Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I haven't really got a chance to. I haven't seen it in the stores here. That's the crazy part.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Not too bad. They got like a ninja unicorn. They got a unicorn thing going on. I don't know what it's all about, but
Yeah, there you go. Hopefully you weren't affected too badly by the hurricane.
good, yeah. So he get the Pipeworks there, yeah. Yeah, hopefully you weren't affected by the hurricane like me.
And he's in South Carolina, close to the Georgia border. So,
what part of Georgia are you in there?
Nate Dizzle 77.
Even though the hurricane affected the whole, pretty much the south and the east.
Yeah.
Georgia.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been to the store several times and a lot of the beers that I see there.
Yeah, he's in Athens.
In Athens, yeah, I've been there. Go Bulldog, yeah. Yeah, I've been there several times. Athens, a lot of different places in Georgia, actually.
I live right by Georgia, and I don't really.
Have you gone to Helen, Georgia yet?
There's a place called Helen, Georgia.
Yeah, Helen, Georgia.
Oh, Helen, not Helen.
No, not Hell in Georgia. I've
been through Atlanta. Macon.
Oh, Atlanta, yeah, Macon.
Yeah. I was
what is that?
The place with the Illuminati place up there, but I never got to it because they blew it up.
We were not affected by a storm. You're very fortunate because a lot of people in Georgia were
west of Augusta, somewhere around there, hour and a half, maybe.
Yeah.
Got tore up over here.
Yeah, thank God you weren't.
Well, we're by the eye wall. It was still a pretty good eye, and we're on the east side of the wall. So.
Yeah. We had trees here that had branches broken, but were still hanging from the main branch. They were broken, just hanging down. So you see a tree and just branches broken, hanging down, not completely broken off. It's weird. It was crazy.
The trees that are broken are the trees that are on the streets. There's woods right across my house. A couple on the edges were broken a little bit, not too bad. But the ones on the street, where I guess there's enough wind on both sides of it, where enough space, a lot of them are down, a lot of trees. And
that was the thing about, yeah, go ahead.
It's every tree. I mean, a lot of trees on the roads are down and on wires that came down, and all the wires are down. And, yeah,
that's the thing about my parents' house where they lived. There was a grove there, and the trees used to break up a lot of the storm because I had all these orange trees behind their house and everything like that. now there's that housing development, and it's not going to break it up all that well. And I'm just interested in seeing what will happen when a real storm hits it, because they got hit, but they weren't hit very badly.
Yeah, I mean, Gene, Francis, and Irma were probably the three worst ones while I lived there.
Hmm.
Category 1, near Category 1, high part of tropical storm. But I never seen, and this is about the same, but trees were down like crazy here. Over there, back in those days, I mean, even Irma back then, not a lot of trees, but a lot of branches down.
Yeah,
Trees are strong in Florida, just like, the governor.
yeah, yeah, whatever. All right, so you done with that beer? I guess I probably should end it, huh?
Probably should close it down for the day, huh? You're getting close to bedtime.
Yeah, I guess so. Dang it.
Maybe I'll do
I
one by
was
myself because I don't have to work tonight.
I just was ready to go, man.
You want to do another one?
If we can do it and be done with it before 1, yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. 12 to
All
6.
right. We'll do it. All right. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. I'm Jammer.
I'm sorry, dog. I'm probably going to do another October test here in the valley.
Yes. Play outro and end stream. Okay, play outro and end stream.